Hello, this is Brad with Copper Pools. Today I'm going to do an unboxing video of the EcoSmarte Turbo. This is the same unit I have on my pool. If you've watched that video, my unit is about 13 years old. One of the big differences you'll see when we open this is that we have updated the container or the enclosure of the electronic side of this device. Other than that, you're going to see that it's exactly the same. So I'm going to open this for you and walk through what we find. I also have an alternative angle camera. You'll be able to see what's in the box as we do this. And let's take a look at what we get when we order the EcoSmarte Turbo. Now, one thing you're going to find in this box is that the biggest component, the most common component, is bubble wrap. They bubble wrap the heck out of this thing. And it's mainly because these things go all over the world. They ship these overseas. I think they've been in 130 countries now. So a lot of bubble wrap in here to protect it. So the first thing I'm going to draw out of the box is the actual control unit. This is what you saw when you looked at my video, but this one again is modernized. Heavily protected for shipment to all the states and overseas. So again, EcoSmarte Turbo model, same controls you saw before, circular lights that tell you power is applied, an ionized and an oxidized setting, a high and a low setting. If you watch the other video again, the high setting is, this is really a power side. So high current versus low current. If there's any kind of backfeed going on in the system, we would go on low current. 99% of the time, we're going to be on high current. 1 day a week, we're going to be on ionized. 6 days a week, we're going to be on oxidized. 2 power conductors from it. One provides power. You can plug this into the GFCI outlet that is closest to your existing pool pump. Some folks do what I recommend, which is to actually splice this right into the relay that turns your pump on and off. That way, when the timing unit that you're using kicks on your pump, it will kick this unit on, and conversely, when it turns your pump off, it will turn this off. This does not have to have power applied to it the whole time. The other power conductors have the 4 leads that we're used to seeing. These will plug into the electrode chamber that we're going to look at next. Electrode chamber is on the other side of this box. Again, tons and tons of bubble wrap. Brand new unit coming out of inventory. Same exact unit I have on mine. If you actually wind up replacing these, you get this exact same unit. It has already the PVC couplers on the end. So the PVC couplers are ready for you. You just need to cut 11 inches out of your PVC pipe, and it tells you what direction to install it in. So we have these coming right off in a rubber gasket for sealing it. Same conductors that we had before. We have the 2 ports to connect the power conductors to copper, 2 to connect to titanium. Again, titanium makes oxygen, that's your sanitizer, and copper makes the algaecide. 1 day a week on copper, 6 days a week on titanium. Those again connect directly to the gray cable of our controller. The other piece that you get in this box is what they call a pool manager's kit. This has a bunch of different items in there that we can test chemistries such as pH, copper, and phosphates, as well as hardness. And it's really interesting. They've had this on this box for many, many years. And in fact, you'll find that on testing copper, the instructions on here are actually not the same as the instructions on what you'll find inside. So if you get a EcoSmarte, whether it's a turbo or a programmable or anyone where the manager's kit is in there, follow the instructions on the copper tester that's inside, and I'll show you that. So we're going to open this up, and these are all the pieces that you're going to get inside. This is the copper tester. This comes from Lamat. The instructions on here have been updated that tell you that when you look down the vial at the color code, you want it touching the white background. So follow the instructions on the kit, because this is further and more closely maintained than the outside of this box. So you get that. You get a hardness detector. You're going to need hardness in your pool at or above 300 parts per million. And most people are going to wind up having to raise the hardness in their water. I know here in Central Texas, it usually comes out of the tap around 200 parts per million. So we had to raise ours above that. You also have a pH tester. This is a really good one. It is for testing aquariums. This is a more precise measurement. So if you're going to replace this or you're going to test pH on your own pool, highly recommend the aquarium equivalent. And that's what comes in your box with EcoSmarte. And of course, phosphate strips. Now, phosphate strips are sort of directional. And keep in mind that this is the one thing that measures parts per billion, not parts per million. Everything else that we've talked about measures parts per million. Phosphates are parts per billion. And you'll just follow those test strips. And of course, inside is the manual for the actual EcoSmarte, how to maintain it, how to install it. And the last thing that's in here is a warranty card. If you want to fill that out and turn that into the manufacturer, that will let them know that they can commence your warranty on that date. One thing of note, it says there's a 5-year warranty, and that's true for everything in the entire system except the copper bars. The copper bars are only a 1-year warranty because they are intended to actually degrade over time because they're putting that copper in the tube into your pool. So that's it for this video, an EcoSmarte Turbo unboxing. I appreciate you spending this time with me. Have a great day.